Some people can use hemp CBD, some people can use cannabis, some people can use certain methods of cannabis or CBD, like smoking or edibles. Other people cannot. There's so much to know about the differences. But I do like having these conversations because what can work for one person a certain way may not work for you, but there's another option for you. Hello, 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 and welcome back to Wellness 360. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Carmen Milagro, and I thank you for tuning in and engaging from the privacy and comfort of your home to join us for the positive explorations about our health and wellness options to hopefully help you find some of the answers that you need. Now, if you've been with us since season 1 or 2, you already know that I not only share insights on the world of hemp CBD or my personal thoughts on different topics, but I also bring you other coaches, experts, doctors, and other professionals, as well as everyday heroes who are willing to open up and share their experiences and their personal stories so we can learn from them. The hope is that we can apply our newfound knowledge into our own lives for our own well-being. And the goal is always the same: to view wellness, hemp, CBD, plant, Western and Eastern medicine, and other health options from a 360 lens as we explore different philosophies and opinions about the multi-billion-dollar health and wellness industries. And when celebrities from The Real Housewives of Dubai, America's Got Talent, and The Biggest Loser join us from time to time, as well as millionaires and billionaires who are a part of this coaching network, you know that we've got something worth tuning into. But let me remind you, it's always your choice to accept or reject any information we share with you on these mini coaching episodes. You should always do your own research and decide which ideas, suggestions, or modalities or protocols resonate with you and which expert coaches or healers connect more deeply for you. We're interested in doing the work with you. And if you want to do more in-depth work with me personally, you can scan the QR code at the end of this episode. But right now, are you ready for an unforgettable conversation? My guest today is another extraordinary woman and inspiration to everyone she meets. She's definitely my inspiration. She teaches us that age is just a number and certainly not a license to stop living a vivacious life. She's 70 as well as sassy, and I adore following her on the socials. She's an award-winning celebrity makeup artist who's worked with such stars as the late, great Robin Williams, as well as everyone's favorite Wolverine, Hugh Jackman. She's also worked with Kathleen Turner, Molly Ringwald, Carlos Santana, George Lucas, as well as some high-profile politicians like the British Prime Minister Tony Blair, former President Bill Clinton, Vice President Al Gore, and Dianne Feinstein, just to name a few. She's also a casting director and founder of the Original Ladies Lunch Bunch, a group for retired women 55 and over who meet once a month for lunch, and they share their stories and their travels. And that's not all. She's also appeared on season 11 America's Got Talent, catching Simon Cowell's attention while dancing for Elvis impersonator Charles Dupree. She made it through 2 episodes and later appeared in the longest running show in Las Vegas called Legends in Concert. She has since retired, and she spends much of her time making special appearances in fashion shows, dance events, hula and belly dance shows. Her name is Rose Hill. Rose, my dear friend, welcome to Wellness 360. When I grow up, I want to emulate you.
Thank you so much, Carmen. What a great introduction you gave me. Thank you so much. And hello, everyone out there in the audience. It's great to be here today.
I am so excited to talk to you, Rose, because obviously you are no stranger to the spotlight. And you come from an industry that is, it's special appearances and celebrities and all of that. So I just have to ask you, when I invited you to be my guest on Wellness 360, what drew you in to say yes?
Well, absolutely. I really do have a goal out there to help people and basically to entertain people and to help senior women who are out there who are newly retired and looking for something to do. And that's pretty much what I'm all about is giving people positive vibes and getting them into different projects that they may be interested in.
I love it. And that's what Wellness 360 is all about is positive vibes. Let's keep the positivity flowing.
Right,
So
right.
I want to dive into this area of self-confidence for women of a certain age. Right? You talked about you live in this world of artists and celebrities and artistic expression. You have worked with all these different people, helping them refine and look their best. But what was your transition like when you left that artistic creative world? What was the transition into, the everyday retiree life? Was it difficult? Was there positivity around it? Or was there some negative attitudes? All of the above? What happened?
Well, when I retired, about was I believe I was 65 or 66 when I started collecting Social Security. And I wanted to explore what it was like to be retired and not go to a job every day and have the unusual hours. I wanted to take a rest. And so I joined a local senior center and started taking classes, mainly dance classes. And that's where I did meet ladies. And I found a lot of these ladies were very lonely. Some of them felt they weren't needed. So in turn, they felt needy because they didn't feel like they were on a level where they could help or do anything. Some of these ladies were widowers and lost their husbands. And that's how I started the original Ladies Lunch Bunch group on Facebook to get professional retired women together and make friends with each other and keep each other company. When I'm on Facebook, which I'm on Facebook a lot, and I'm in some senior groups, I always read about how these ladies, what should they prepare for when they retire? Or what should they be doing when they retire? And I help give direction to some of the ladies and hopefully help them.
Right. No, I love this, Rose, because you're a role model and you're showing them not just, there's a lot of talk, right? There's a lot of articles to read, but you're actually showing them options of what they can do, especially,
Right,
if they're able to explore that creative, fun, vivacious side of themselves, whatever age. Because I think that there is that, there's that sort of that expectation for a lot of us women to become invisible, to become quiet. But that's not necessarily true. And I love that you are showing other women what
right,
can be done. And you're showing them by doing it. You're living,
right.
breathing it. So
I
thank
always post about events that are going on. I try to get together groups of women where they can go together to these events. We've
yes.
also taken senior bus rides to events, and it can be a lot of fun, and you can find fulfillment in your life. And for some ladies who want to work, it is okay to work. It is okay to find a part-time job or to volunteer. And that will also fill your life with joy and contentment when you do things like that.
Thank you for that is so wonderful because it leads me to, this is one of the programs that we're going to be working with. It's called, 60 Savvy Ladies, and it's teaching women of a certain age that you have so much to offer the world that you can coach like what you're doing. You can coach other women. We have a Go Coach Now program you can become a certified coach. Women our age, especially like you said, who've had a professional career, whether it's marketing or the arts like yourself, you can teach this. You can coach other women just either like how you're doing, or you can become a certified coach and find your niche. So we have opportunities because we can create them for ourselves, and we have the knowledge, the experience, and the wisdom. So why not share it? I love this. I love these discussions. Rose, you often talk about, at least with me and the conversations that we've had in the past, you've done my makeup for a photo
Mhm.
shoot. You know, you just make me feel so good. But one of the things that I love the most about you is you always are true to yourself. And I think that there are some women that may struggle with this. So if you don't mind sharing with us, what's your number one piece of advice for women of all ages to maintain and sustain their individual sense of self confidence? What's the number one thing that you do that you feel would help other women, other people watching us right now?
Well, I do a lot of research for one thing, and I basically try to pick things that I love to do, such as arts and crafts, dancing. There are a lot of different things, traveling, and you can do this with companions, with ladies around your age. The only thing that I find are ladies who are of retirement age, they're always looking for an answer, and they're afraid of being alone. And it's really important to work on being independent, but not to count on someone to do it for you. And that's the problem that I run into, is ladies who count on me to do things for them. And that can be a little hard, because I find there are ladies my age who are needy.
Sure.
And there are ladies who absolutely love hanging out with me and always want me to be around them. That's a problem, because I have a lot of friends and I like to work on many projects,
Right.
and there's a lot of things I need to do. So they do want to use me as their coach on a daily basis, and sometimes call me 2, 3 times a day, and that can be kind of hard, Carmen. That's why I try to get these ladies into their own interests and making appointments for themselves, buying their own tickets, setting up luncheons, also giving them a turn to set up a luncheon instead of I do it for them. See, and that's one thing that I found dealing with older ladies can be a problem, is them taking up my time. I don't mean to sound mean or anything.
No,
Love everyone,
of
but
course.
a couple of the ladies I've dealt with have been hurt and tell me that they've been hurt by me because of the fact I don't call them every day. I don't get back to them right away. I'm not in constant contact, or I'm not spending enough time with them. And that's a problem I'm dealing with, Carmen.
Sure, sure. I mean, what I'm hearing you say is the ideal way for all of this to work is for everyone to feel empowered,
Right, right.
independent, empower themselves. So, ladies, if you're listening, this is a great topic of conversation to take the lead in your own life and empower yourself to do what Rose is doing, but also do it on your own. And I think
Right.
that is that road to feeling fulfilled and living your own independent life, but still connected. So I love that. Thank you. Because I can see how that could happen, that dependency.
I mean, it's a compliment that they
Of
emulate me,
course. Of course.
but it's something different when they want me
Sure. Sure.
and to be there with them. at all times. And that's a problem that I'm running into.
And it all really boils down to developing your self confidence, right? That's
Mhm,
why other coaches who are experts in that, like a confidence strategist, those are some of the things that I help people with as well. So there's
mhm,
options out there, everyone. There's options. I want to move on to, because now that people are watching us here having this discussion, I know that there are certain self-care routines that each of us have. So we're now moving from that empowerment, but also to the self-care aspect of being a woman of a certain age. You have said that you've been a cannabis user. How
mhm.
does that help your well-being? What does that do for you?
Well, I find that most ladies my age do have a problem with sleeping at night, and it's a problem, insomnia. So when what I usually do is when I take cannabis or smoke marijuana, it
Mhm.
helps me go to sleep. It also helps me calm down, and it also puts me in a better mood.
Sure,
So I'm not as stressed when I have different projects that come up.
sure.
So I love using it. I've been using it most of my life and it's helped me. The my husband, he doesn't use it, but that's okay. It's an individual choice. I never try to get people to use it. It's legal. It's a choice someone can make.
Right.
I suggest ladies, if you're having a problem with insomnia, give it a try. It comes in tablets or edibles, or you can smoke if you'd like. I prefer to smoke, and it's really helped me.
That's wonderful. And I want to add, right? My lane is hemp CBD because
Okay.
cannabis doesn't work for everyone. In the
No, it
research
doesn't.
that I've done, in the research, we found that 20% of the population is allergic to THC, which is in.
Oh, okay.
So, for example, I can use hemp CBD products, but
Mhm.
I cannot use cannabis CBD
Got it.
because of the THC. So there's, as an educator, and I wrote a book on this and I have an
Mhm.
online course. That's
Mhm.
why I want to have these conversations, because there is no one solution for everyone. So some people can use hemp CBD, some people can use cannabis. Some people can use certain methods of cannabis or CBD, like smoking or edibles. Other people cannot. So I always advise that you talk to your doctors, talk to your cannabis or hemp CBD advisors. There's coaches. That's what
Right.
I do. Is don't make these decisions in a vacuum by yourself, because there's so much to know about the differences. But I do like having these conversations, because what can work for one person a certain way may not work.
It is. Well, Carmen, my husband was in remission from cancer for 5 years, and it started up again. So he's taken the gummies, and what that does is it's really helped him a lot. The treatment that he's getting with chemotherapy gives him the shakes really bad. And with him using the gummies, it's really helped him with his shakes. And at the dispensaries, they have really good advisors at some of the dispensaries that can help. And of course, you're a great advisor, but he has never been able to smoke it. The THC
Yeah.
he's allergic to, but he is taking a form of the gummies, and that does help him now.
And that's great. Again, it's all about us not just being empowered in our sense of self confidence, but being empowered in knowing our bodies is really
Right,
important. So,
right.
this is so great, because I think sometimes there's this whole stigma for the older generation, but then there's some people in the older generation who think that they're still 20 old, right? And they don't realize that there's different strains from both cannabis and hemp that are completely different than what was available 30, 40, 50
Right.
years ago. So
Right.
it's not the same. You shouldn't self-medicate. Hopefully you have research, you have advice.
Mhm.
I'm not a doctor. On this show, we don't claim to be doctors unless
Mhm.
I have a doctor as a guest, right? But we do have information. I have written a guidebook on hemp CBD. That's my lane. For
That's
those that are interested, thank you. For those that are interested, you can contact me and we can get you a copy. And if it helps you make a decision, that's what this show, Wellness 360, is all about, is having these real conversations with real people about what they're doing for their own health. So
right.
thank you, Rose, for sharing that. Now, I want to be respectful of your time. Let's wrap this up, Rose. I know that you've said that you've been married for 40 years. That
It's going on the 40th year in June.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is such a milestone, obviously.
So
But you say that the secret to your happy marriage is that you have your own.
I have my own bedroom.
So please share with us. Again, this is for your marriage. This works for you, but I really would love to hear why that works for you.
Carmen, if you try it, you'll see what I mean. Having your own room with your own space, with your own mess, it's great because if you can't sleep at night, you can watch television all night. Also, if you have gas or not feeling well, you're just dealing with yourself right
Right.
there. And it makes your marriage all the more exciting when you invite your husband to your bed at night. It's more exciting that way. It really is. And I think everyone should have their own room. I think that's the way to do it. And you're just happy to see each other in the morning. It's great. And no, I know I move around a lot at night. He doesn't. I snore. He says he doesn't snore, but it's really nice to have your own room, your own space, and just somewhere to go to after a hard day. It's great. And what makes it fun is you visit each other. That's the fun part. Okay. So
Well,
if anyone's out there and you're listening to me and you're having any type of marital problem with your companion or spouse, just get your own room. Now, make sure you get a place that has enough bedrooms to where everyone will have their own room and at most have their own bathroom too. It'll be great. You'll
I
be
love
responsible for
this.
yourself.
I think we could start a whole new series, Ask Rose. Now, before I really let you go, I mentioned before you came on that you are a casting director as well.
Right.
Talk about that really quickly. What do you cast for?
I just got done working on a movie called Sweatpants. It's in post production and it'll be out. And I'm casting now for a music video for Aditi Sri. And the movie Sweatpants is produced by Ranu Sinha. She's a fantastic producer. And it's mainly was a female crew, international from all over the world. There were, that it's in this movie. It's an action thriller. And the music video that's coming up, Aditi will be singing one of her newest songs. And if people are interested, they can contact me on Facebook. They can message me or contact me at Rosehill at makeupcrew.com. I'm setting up Rose Hill Casting. By the time this show is on, we should already have Rose Hill Casting where you can send in your headshot, body shot. I take all ages, all nationalities to fill those spots in film and television.
Love it. This is what we're talking about, is living this vivacious life, but you're also helping so many different people do the same. Rose, thank you so much for joining me today. I
Thank
was
you,
excited.
Courtney.
And this was beyond what I even imagined. And truly, before I let you go now, what I'm trying to do also in every one of the episodes is to what I'm calling the Fast and the Furious 3. So it's 3 questions so that our viewers get to know you a little bit more on a different level, but it's right off the top of your head. Don't overthink it, and if you want to pass, if I ask a question you don't want to answer, you can just pass. So
Okay.
doing that with me?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Uh, all right. Let's see. What's the best performance experience that you personally have ever had out of everything you've done?
The best performance was, of course, me being on America's Got Talent and having all that attention from Simon Cowell. He really liked me, and I liked him too. And we got a chance to be in the green room with each other, so that was a lot of fun.
That is so cool.
Yeah, I got to kiss him, which was
Ooh,
great.
okay. Kissing and telling, I see.
Uh-huh.
Okay, how about this might be a tough one, but let's see. Do you have a favorite all-time client?
Yes, I do. That would be Hugh Jackman. I love him.
Oh
He's
gosh.
so sweet, so nice. He introduces me to everyone. He even introduced me to Harvey Weinstein. That was a trip.
Let's go.
He's just the most nicest, friendliest actor and a wonderful family man. He's great.
Love that. Thank you. He is one of my, I love Wolverine. So that's nice to hear that he's a good guy. How about, okay, this is a good one. If you had to choose an outfit and only one outfit, would you choose sweats, comfy sweats, or a ball gown?
A ball gown, of course. I'm a clothes horse. I'm a fashionista. I have at least 1,000 outfits. Every single room in this house is filled with clothes racks and hats, shoes.
I saw one of your lunches that you had recently.
Mad Hatter tea.
I love
Yes. Mad Hatter ladies tea. It was great.
I love
Yeah.
that. Thank you for your time, Rose. Thank you for joining me on Wellness
Thank
360. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
thank you, Carmen. Thank you so much.
And thank you to all of our viewers. Thank you for tuning in time and time again. Again, sometimes we have some serious topics, other times we have some fun, but always educational topics. I hope that spending time today with Rose Hill and myself, that you learned a few things and we got you thinking about some different approaches to life. And if we were able to accomplish that, and you get to choose to start living a spectacular, vivacious life, then what else could I ask for? We try to do this within our conversations with different people to inspire you. And hopefully you get to open up your hearts and your minds to different ideas. And that's all that I can ask for. That's why I do what I do. Thank you once again. This is a wrap for Wellness 360. Make sure you scan the QR code at the end, or if you want to contact me directly, you can contact me at info@davina.store. Remember, your well-being choices are always in your hands. Thanks, everyone. See you next time. Bye-bye.